Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 SE diesel. This is a 13 plate car. It's covered just 50,000 miles and is in lovely condition. Finished in this really rich twilight blue, which looks much nicer in the flesh than it does on the photographs, by the way. But the car has been kept fabulously well. Front of the car is really clean, lights and lenses there without any cracks or condensation. Bumper very clean. Likewise, bonnet of the car hardly exhibits a stone chip anywhere at all. Near side, absolutely mirror smooth in the panel work. It's got a really lovely luster to the paintwork. Look around the back of the car, the corners again really clean. The offside, driver's side. And again, it's just mirror smooth down there. Certainly going to be one of the very best at this age and price range. But externally, it's in absolutely fantastic condition. Coming to the boot area, apologise, the sun's decided to come out, which is lovely, but doesn't help with the videos. The enormous boots, it's been kept incredibly well back here. It's coming into the back of the car, enormous amounts of legroom in the back of the CR-Vs, and again in really lovely condition. I say in the videos on these fabric ones, for some reason my camera makes the seats look almost pinky in parts, but they're not, they're black, so ignore it where it looks slightly pink, because they are definitely not. Coming to the front and the passenger side, again very clean and tidy. Finally coming on the driver's door card, again all been kept really nicely in the driver's seat, and again ignore the slightly pinky look because it isn't, it's black. So inside now, engine's running as always this section, so the dashboard is illuminated. Dashboard just looks almost brand new, it's incredibly clean. If I go up there, pop the car into reverse, you get that nice clear gridded parking camera, all working exactly as intended. As I say, it's been kept fabulously. Then up to the dash binnacle there, hopefully you can see 52,192 miles, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V. It's a 2.2 SE diesel. This particular car is registered, if I can read it, YH13TXK, with a mileage of just 52,181 recorded. The reason for all of our videos, as I said, all of them, and especially this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at the car advertised, they get to see the very car in operation. Like so many people, we've been to see numerous cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs and descriptions, only to get there and drive it to find out it's got an obvious issue that shows up straight away when you drive the car. So that's why we do it. We also do it on these really quiet country roads very close to our premises, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, so hopefully it would be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, starting with the engine as I always do, starts first time instantly, settles to a smooth even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and temperature gauge is running as a third, and it's been running for some time now, and that's exactly where it's meant to be. The engines are brilliant diesel engines. They really are lovely units. They're smooth, powerful, economical, tough, reliable, all the things you expect of a Honda. On top of which, it's just a lovely unit to use day in, day out. Because unlike lots of diesels, which can make you feel when you first drive them like they've got loads of grunt, but they tend to it comes and goes very quickly. This has got a really broad power band, which makes them ideal for towing and lugging things about. because you're not having to work the gearbox as hard as you are on sort of smaller capacity engines. And it uses its revs very effectively and very, very smoothly. It's very, very quiet, at operating at cruising speeds. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox of the car. Clutch of the car is absolutely perfect. Bike point exactly where it's meant to be. It's lovely and smooth in operation. The gearbox, I say it on every CR-V video, it's absolutely true. It's one of the best gearboxes you're going to use in this type of car, because it's, it could, in other manufacturers, that'd be in one of their sports cars. That's how good it is. It's short and throw. It's got a lovely mechanical feel to the actuation of the gear change, which is ironic given the fact that it's actually cable operated. But Honda put a lot of effort into making sure that the gear changes feel really satisfying to use, and they've done a brilliant job on it. That also, by the way, feels as it would have done when it was new. It just feels absolutely tight. In the gears, in engagements, absolutely perfect. Steering on the car, again, the whole CR-V experience is really about just how car-like they are to drive, and the chassis and the steering are a classic example of that. Honda want people to get in and not feel like they're in a kind of commercial van, as so many feel like. And the steering, it's fluid, it's nicely weighted, it's reasonably quick, it's very precise and accurate, and just very, very confidence inspiring. It just makes the car feel very settled and solid on the road. It's the best way to describe it. It also tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. Suspension of the car, I'm listening out for clonks, and that bump, if it's going to have any, will show on that one, and there's none at all. It really just feels incredibly tight and taut on the road. And coming back to this sort of chassis feel, when you go through corners like that one, at speed, through any of them, it deals with corners brilliantly well, for it's essentially just a family runabout, but also manages to give a very comfortable, compliant ride on the back of it, because some cars manage one but not the other, and this manages to sort of achieve both, which is testament to the fact, I suppose, that it's such a well-developed car, and statistics don't lie. It's the best-selling SUV in the world, and it's obvious when you drive them to see why, because it's a real class act. Just going to give the brakes a good old thump, but make sure no one's directly behind. Yeah, it's a really nice brake pedal on the car. It bites instantly. There's no kind of pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, so all in very good order there indeed. Coming inside the car, this car's literally just arrived and in theory should go off to be cleaned, but the reality is it almost doesn't need it. It is absolutely wonderfully clean in here. The one thing you do notice straight away when you get in a CR-V, which pictures can't show you really, is build quality. I mean, they are brilliantly put together cars, and that's nothing to do with plastics, hard, squidgy or otherwise. It's how they are put together. And over the years, this is where the Hondas are brilliant. There's no squeaks, no rattles, nothing inside the car. They are incredibly solid, but also a lovely place to sit, because you've got brilliant visibility in the car, so you feel very confident in the vehicle. Massive wing mirrors give you sort of extra help in that respect. But the dash layout, again, lends itself to the fact that it's just, you put your hands on things and they're easy to operate. Massive radio, all working perfectly. Dual zone climate control system, so you can have different temperatures side to side if you so wish. Pumping out absolutely ice cold air, by the way, so that's all functioning exactly as it should. The switch gear, as I always say, it's got that wonderful kind of rubbery, high quality actuation to it, which you get with Hondas. And again, it's little things, but very satisfying to use day in, day out. Dash binnacle, again, the classic Honda, very simple and easy to read, to take the information in. And then you've got this, small diameter leather-bound steering wheel, which shows pretty much no wear on it at all. I mean, it really is. It all works absolutely as it should. It's a lovely car. There isn't a button for four-wheel drive. This is a four-wheel drive CR-V, by the way, because they don't have one. Honda worked out very quickly in this marketplace, way ahead of the time actually, that most people would be driving as I am today, where you don't need four-wheel drive on. Because the problem with cars with permanent four-wheel drive is, by definition, it is permanently on. So you're going to get through your tyres more quickly and use more fuel, and it actually puts a lot more mechanical stress to the vehicle as well. So the way this works is genius, really. Via the traction control system, if the front wheels, because that's the driven axle 99% of the time, if the front wheels lose grip, sort of snow, mud or ice or something like that, it instantly and seamlessly brings in the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive, and more quickly than you could ever react. It's genius. It's absolutely brilliant. Its simplicity also, by the way, gives it its reliability. We've been selling Hondas using this system now for nearly 30 years, and we've never put a spanner on the four-wheel drive system on any of the cars we've sold, so it is incredibly robust. As I said at the start of the video, it's only short, just to show the car operating. We've sold thousands of CR-Vs, and this drives absolutely beautifully. It is exactly why people love them. It just feels tight, solid and very high quality. As always though, if you've got any questions about the car, don't hesitate to give us a call.